Okay, so welcome to the app Fable. The whole purpose of this app was designed so that way we can actually start to get more of the creative juices flowing for everybody. So I'm going to kind of walk you through it as the rest of the team is going to actually go through each other page with me. But just kind of started out what it is that it is a forum that allows us to basically build small and short stories for communities, and you can actually get better at them by the community actually commenting on those specific stories. So to kick it off, you'll notice at the bottom, of course, everybody needs a little inspiration, and you'll notice that there's a quote that's going to be generated for each time that you actually refresh the page. And then on top of that, we actually have a list of each genre, so that way you're not actually looking at one specific place and then scrolling through a bunch of different genres. So to kind of go from there, I'll just go ahead and kind of click on a couple, but you'll notice that whenever you go to one, horror stories doesn't happen to have any stories in there yet, but we have some stories that are here in fantasy. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to the next one.
And so you can visit either one of these and click on one, and you can view the story. This will be the title here at the top, the author, and the genre here.
Story.
Oh, that is the story. This is the story here. And then you can comment simply, "This was great," and we can submit that. And then travel back to Fantasy to the story it was, and we can view that comment there.
Cool. So from there, you can go back to the home page and you can actually log in or create an account. So we can create an account here, username, and then email. This is your code that you'll need to log in, so you can go ahead and copy that over into code and log in. And then from here you can see you can either write a story, go to your profile, log out, or you can see, look, that you're logged in. We'll go to your profile. There's currently no stories here under your profile because you haven't written any. We just created this account. When you do write stories, they will pop up right here. So we'll go ahead and log out and then log in so you can see a profile that already has some stories on it. So this would be a profile that already has some stories written. And again, you can go to the story and see it or comment on it.
All right, and then if we want to write a new story, we can just go to our menu, go down to write a story while we're in our profile. If we need some inspiration to get started, we can click this prompt here, and it comes up with a random prompt every time you click. And let's go ahead and give it a title. We'll call this Change Nothing. We can set it to whatever genre we would like. So we'll just make this miscellaneous. In our story, we'll say Change Nothing and continue. You can submit the story, and it'll bring us to the story page where you can then see the title, author, and the story. And then if we go back to the main page, we can go to where we set that miscellaneous, and you now see that story there, and you can click on it. And that is that.
Fable was made with a few different but technologies. Thank you. We have HTML, we made it with CSS, JavaScript, Connect.js, Node.js, Express. We used handlebars, Postgres, body parser, and we deployed to Heroku. And we also used GitHub. And Fable, that's Fable.
That's all right.